Hi, I'm Ollie, one of the vets at the Finchley Vet. This is a quick consult all about multi-cat households. Multi-cat households are any house, flat, home where you have more than one cat. So if you've got 2 cats, you're a multi-cat household. If you've got 13 cats, you're also in a multi-cat household. Cats are not naturally designed to live as groups, unlike dogs. They're originally as wolves, they lived as packs. Cats are pretty solitary animals in the wild. And that means that they'll tolerate each other in a house, and many of them will tolerate each other really well. But there are things that we can do to help that relationship and to stop them or reduce how much they get stressed out by each other. So the main thing that we do is make sure that there's enough resource, and resource is a term that we use for anything that they need, whether that's food, whether that's somewhere to go to the toilet. One of the typical things that I often talk to my clients about is litter trays. So litter trays is something that we don't normally think about too much, but having somewhere to go to pee and poo for a cat, that's for all of us, is very, very important. So that means that litter trays for multi-cat household, generally we advise to use one more litter tray than the number of cats. So if you've got 2 cats in a household, you need 3 litter trays. If you've got 5 cats in a household, you need 6 litter trays. And that means 6 litter trays that are well spread out and all in different places. And ideally, if you've got that many litter trays, you want some of them to be covered, some of them to be open, all of them ideally in places where humans and other cats aren't going to be able to watch a cat pee or poo. Cats are very finicky, they don't like that kind of thing. The reason we do that is because if a cat goes to a litter tray and another cat's just pooed or peed there, they'll get very stressed out by that. And they'll ideally go to another place to poo or pee. If they don't have another place to poo or pee, they might go in that litter tray, but they'll be extremely stressed. That will affect their behaviour, their response to other cats. It may also start to induce medical problems. Cats can get, for example, bladder inflammation, cystitis when they're stressed. It can also cause, we spoke about behaviour problems. They may interact with the other cats badly. There might be some aggression. There may be problems. So having lots of litter trays is really important. Having lots of places that they can eat is also really important. So for example, if you've got 2 cats, you need at least 2 separate areas that they're going to eat in. And that means that those separate areas are well away from each other, 2 separate food bowls, 2 separate water bowls. Just as an aside, whether you've got 1 cat or multiple cats, that food and water needs to be well away from litter trays. Ideally in a multi-cat household, you're going to let the cats out. In the UK, we really push letting cats out. We think that letting cats out of the house into the garden, but ideally out further than the garden if they want to, is a really good thing for cats. It allows them to interact with other cats. Sometimes it allows them to get into fights, unfortunately, but it does allow them to interact with other cats, and we know that that makes most cats much more comfortable and allows them to express their natural behaviours much more. Those are the main points really of multi-cat households. There are some tips about introducing cats to multi-cat households. We may talk about those in another week, but for now that's a quick consult, and we'll see you next time.